Hello, Ch10 tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance with me, Blue Ankylo, where we left off with a little bit of cheating. Now, to be fair, first off, technical difficulty of a small amount. I almost lost my introduction. Like, I have the prep saved, just like I've been planning to do regularly here, and I wanted to have a beginning of chapter save ready, and this is some nuance to saving, copying a file, reloading, and using save states, where sometimes you lose if you're not, like, if you're very careful or you overwrite your save. It's just whatever, classic emulator issues. So I'm a little bit mixed up today because I had to revert a couple things to get us the beginning of chapter 10, rather than exactly where I saved last episode to show you the pre-grinded version. This is post-grind and almost, and then reverted so that we can see this. But I still have the preps ready to go, but we're going to play through the story first, but this won't perfectly match up to the end of last episode. Sorry. I will try to make sure I don't mess it up in the future, but at least we didn't lose anything. It's just a pain in the neck. Definitely keep multiple different saves and different save states and different slots. It's good practice for this kind of thing, especially if you're making a YouTube video. Suffice to say, we're going to start at the beginning of chapter 10. Last episode, I showed off some boss save scum tricks. I don't know, save scum or boss abuse, I think is maybe the term. I did do a fair bit of it. I spent maybe an hour of real time just letting them regen and getting some levels. I think it's going to give our players, our characters, a little bit of a bump. It makes the game a little bit easier, but I think it's just kind of fun to play around with, and it's not too big of a deal. I mostly wanted to show it off. I don't plan on doing it much going forward, but I wanted to show that off, basically. So, for now, let's do the story, and then I'll reload the preps and talk about any nuance of what we've done, and then we'll do our chapter. Last episode also went on super long. I'm going to try to keep things moving. I've already gone a little slow because the intro was weird. Anyway, prisoners. Last episode, you know, we were in Gallia with the Beastmen, the Laguz, with Princess Alincia, but they told us to leave, go to a new kingdom. So we got to go to Benyon. Hey, Ike, I heard you're leaving. Going to Benyon? Hey, Ranulph. I was hoping I'd see you. I wanted to thank you for everything you've done. Glad I had the chance to talk to you before I leave. Well, aren't you the dutiful one? That reminds me, you were born in Gallia. I knew you were something. I knew there was something odd about you. You're awfully friendly for a Bjork, you know. Oh, you might not know, but a Bjork is what? Yeah, I know. Bjorks. Funny. Is that what you call us humans? Oh, you already knew that. Well then, let me tell you something else. When we use the word human, we mean it the way you Bjork do when you say subhuman. Oh. Really? Is it insult to be called human? Well, I'm glad you told me. I never would have guessed. I should warn you, if you run across Laguz who call you human, be careful. They're no friend of yours. Got it, thanks. Won't forget. At least Ike can learn from his mistakes. But I've digressed long enough. Ranulph maybe should be my avatar, because he's got the blue hair, and he's pretty cool. He also yaps a bit, like someone else with blue in their name. Let me explain why I'm here. Huh? Princess Alincia, may I have a moment of your time? Oh, but of course. The king asked that I give you this. Please, a gift. What? Within this leather pouch is 20,000 gold pieces. Bjork currency, of course. Oh, I truly appreciate the generous offer, but a gift of this magnitude is not something I can accept. Ike, I will take it. King Caneus has already done so much more than necessary. The king is ashamed that he cannot, at this time, provide personnel support. Please, will you accept his apology and acknowledge his desire to aid you? Well, let's try this. Yes. You accept the king's gift, then as payment for conducting you safely to Gallia, you hand it over to Ike. Come on, Ranulph. You can't expect her to accept this. It's an outrageous fee, no matter how you look at it. 20,000 gold for the life of a princess? Perfectly reasonable. In fact, almost insulting. Consider how you have suffered. The lives you've lost, 10, no, 100 times this amount would not be unreasonable. 100? Could we get 2 million gold pieces, and then I can craft and buy any item and weapon I want forever? Yeah. Give me 2 million gold. Oh, you're just joking. I have reconsidered. I will accept the king's kindness. In turn, I will present it to you, Lord Ike. You will accept it, will you not? I mean, we really need the gold. I'm so broke. I'm so broke. Thank you. I need that money. I'm trying to do my dad's job, but he left me like a little IOU with a bunch of like broken down weapons and armor. No one can pay anybody. We're starving. Oh, we're finally gonna break even. Soren's gonna be so happy. No, Lord Ike, it is I who must thank you. 20,000 gold. Well, now that's settled. Let's move on. Unfortunately, we do not have any ships. If you are to find a ship to take you to Benyon, you must return to Crimea. Oh. If there is no other way, then we'll just have to risk it and fight our way through. No matter how cautiously you proceed, you're certain to run into Dane forces. Keep it in mind. Plus, they have wyverns, so at sea they're gonna fly over and attack you, because that's what they do. I understand. It's too bad we're so short on soldiers. Still, there's not much you can do about it. However, I will review our supplies carefully before we depart. Let's review our supplies carefully shortly. In regards to your personnel problems, the king has decided to lend you what he can. Leth, Mordecai. I will join you. Mordecai and Leth? Leaf? Wow, thanks. None of the others could stand the idea of traveling with humans. Gotta say that. Now that we know. Human. It's like, what was that? Deep Space Nine, the Ferengi, I forget the guy's name. It's been a while. It's been a long time. But he always had human as an insult, right? Same thing. I, myself, trembled with loathing at the thought of going to bed. We were just told not to trust Laguz, who used the word human, the first one we meet after he leaves. So bad. When the king gives an order, obedience is the only option. Maybe he could order you to show some manners. That may be, but having witnessed the combat prowess of Galleons for myself. Yeah, that one time when they slaughtered an entire regiment. I'm sure that'll happen again soon. We will not fail you. I have no intention of becoming friends. Do not forget, and stay out of my way. You gotta forgive Leaf. Her tongue cuts as deep as her claws. I'll return once I've reported to King. While I'm gone, please finish your preps. Alright. He understands. He knows the prep is important. Ike, summary of details. You earned 24,000 gold because you sold some stuff. That was just the Ashera icon plus the 20 grand. You spent 5,340 gold. Therefore, you now have 20,052 gold. You have gained 6,000 combat XP. That's what we got for killing the boss. Alternatively, you gain 0 BXP. So we gave up 300 bonus XP to get, I don't know, probably 4,000 combat XP or something, whatever it would have been without the boss. Oscar did the most, and we got some new units. So many new units. There were no casualties, and no one suffered permanent injury. We fought excellently. That's all I have to report. Beep boop. Prep screen. Okay. So, like I said, I will show this off in more detail once I load the fully prepped one. We'll also do a little quick review on Leaf and Mordecai, because now they're joined for real. But yeah, you can see some levels have gone up, if you're just paying attention there. I'll go over that in a bit. But my preps have weapons and stuff also figured out. We will be able to forge a new weapon. I think I did another Iron Lance. We have access to slim weapons now. However, they're garbage. They cost way more to upgrade, and their base stats are probably worse in general, especially the way the strength-weight formula works. So, although you can make slim swords and slim lances, I don't know why you would spend more to make a weaker weapon. Just as an example, you could make an 8-power, 5-weight sword for 9,000 gold, or you could make a 10-strength sword for 3,900 gold. This has more durability, 2 more weight, which doesn't really matter. Better, I think it's slightly less hit rate and less crit, but 5% crit doesn't even matter. Just better base stats for like half the price. It's not even close. And that's not even factoring in like you can get a 13-power axe for even less money, which is definitely better. Anyway, that's just iron axes, and eventually steel axes tend to be some of the better crafts. I'm pretty sure I made a second lance because we have 1 primary axe guy and 2 primary lance people, so I'm just trying to get 1 forged weapon for everyone right now. I bought some more heal potion or heal staves. Because of the extended boss abuse, we definitely burned through some basic weapons and resources, so I had to spend some money on that. Unfortunately, at this shop, there is no hand axe or javelin for sale. Although you can buy iron swords or iron blades, which are pretty good if your sword users are strong, which, honestly, once you've got decent skill for hit rate and decent strength, it's kind of just a straight upgrade, so it is good. Steel axes are something I didn't buy, but maybe I should have. They're cheap, very cheap, and very strong. Good mid-game weapon. And thunder tomes, no wind or fire. It's kind of weird how the game limits weapon accessibility. So if you have money, I think buying a good stock of hand axes and javelins, because you don't know when you're going to be able to buy any more, it's probably a good plan. I think you can always buy the iron versions of everything, but even just your tomes, you cannot reliably buy everything. I think that's it. I may have sold... I think I had a red gem to sell. Did I sell anything else? I sold the elixir. I think I'm going to hold on to all this stuff. I'll show the preps, but anyway, yeah, that's that. You know what? I guess while we're here, let's talk about the new units, because I should do this early on in the game anyway, in the episode. So we have our first two Lagoos. We have a Leaf, who is a cat girl, and Mordecai, who's a tiger man. There is a difference, although they're similar. So notice the transform gauge. The thing is, and this is a real sad thing, as cool as the Lagoos are in Path of Radiance, approximately half of the time, they can't even attack. When they're untransformed, when they're in this sort of humanoid form, they just walk around. Now, you can still push people, shove people, and you can get hit. You can tank. But they can't attack. They can only use their weapons, their infinite use, one range melee weapon, which is nice. You know, it doesn't cost you anything to use this. But that means they can also never equip a better weapon. They can't get a range 1-2 weapon. They can't upgrade these, although their base power is fine. But the thing is, they take time to transform. So every turn, this goes up a little bit. And then once they're transformed, every turn it goes down a little bit. So it kind of goes back and forth. These two are pretty good examples. Leith generally transforms into cat mode on turn 2. And then stays there for a few turns before reverting. She's kind of a quick gauge. It goes up and down quickly. It starts full, so you get to use her at the beginning of combat. And then after she engages, she stops being useful after a couple turns. Whereas Mordecai is more of a slow build. It takes a few turns to build up. So at the beginning of a battle, he can't do really anything. Combat-wise, and then after a while he transforms, and he stays transformed for a while. So, you know, they're both have use. I just fundamentally very much dislike the transform mechanic. It's much better in Radiant Dawn when there's more items and ways to hold it and change it. It's a not very interactive ability in Path of Radiance. That said, there are some other differences. What else? They're both Beast Tribe. When transformed, some of their stats are increased. I forget exactly the formula. I think some of them are doubled, like strength and speed are doubled, maybe skill. Not all of them, but some number of stats are doubled. I'll show them off next map when we get a chance. But in a sense, the way it's balanced are Beast or Lagoos generally have fairly low growth rates, as well as their leveling is very slow. Because +1 strength is often double, like +2 strength in terms of damage value. That said, you only get to use them half the time-ish, so it's, you know, it's a bit of ups and downs. It's not super easy. That said, Leaf will be a very fast cat person while transformed. I think she gets extra movement while transformed. I think they both do. Maybe like 8 movement or something. And Mordecai is a pretty good tank. The thing is, my other units are better. You know, because I've given them a lot of experience and levels. These guys haven't had any training arc, because there's no way to train them yet. And they train really, really slowly. So if you're playing along, I think we can actually demonstrate that in the bonus XP. To go from level 2 to 3, which you'd think would be too bad. That's 160. That's not as bad as I thought. But that's a 60% extra effect. Even Titania isn't much more expensive. So we're definitely talking like promoted level stat gains, except they don't promote. They're in their final form already. So level 20 max, I believe. And I guess you could think of them as pre-promotes. With sometimes low growths, and it can be a bit of a pain to get them leveled. Not impossible. Like, I'm not saying don't use them. I'm just saying I find them to be kind of frustrating because of their pre-promote status giving low gains, low growth rate, and low stat gains, plus the transform mechanic and the one no upgraded weapons. No, there's less customization on that aspect. The other item there is that's new. You can bring one beast person with this equipped, and they will take half damage from most enemies in the game, because most enemies are Bjork, but other Lagoos don't worry about this. So this does make, in theory, one of them pretty good at tanking. And then the other is a consumable that I believe fills the transform gauge, but these are pretty rare. So I would recommend not using them unless you really think you need it. The other thing, Smite lets you shove 2 squares instead of 1, which is pretty cool. And I think that's everything for these two. Some of the specific details I don't remember, like the stat changes, but we'll see those in game soon enough. In terms of growth rates, just to cover real quick, Leaf has a 130% HP growth, 50% strength, 5 magic, 65 skills, 70 speed, 50 luck, 40 defense, 25 res. So her growths are actually pretty solid, except that she's promoted and it takes a while to get there. But yes, getting a couple points of speed and strength, especially if they're doubled, does go a long way. So you do get a little bit more value. I'm pretty sure they're doubled or 50% up or something like that. Mordecai, his growths I think are a little bit more strength focused. 150 HP, 65% strength, 0 magic, 55 skill, 50 speed, 40 luck, 40 defense, 20 res. So actually, you know, if he was just like level 10, unpromoted, this would be totally fine. He'd start at a reasonably average level, pretty strong, he'd get some more levels, and he'd turn out to be pretty amazing. However, being promoted already means the gains are, well, it's just a little bit more work. Anyway, he's, either of these characters are viable. I'm not trying to say don't use them, but I don't love Lagoos in my Path of Radiance run. I'm not planning on using them much. Oh, there it is. I can see his transform stats. His strength goes from 15 to 22. His skill goes from 8 to 12. His speed goes from 8 to 11. His defense goes from 13 to 16. His res goes from 4 to 7. And his constitution goes from 18 to 33. And his movement goes from 7 to 9. So it's not just straight doubled. It doesn't even seem like there's a simple formula, which is really annoying, actually. I do think, you know, the level ups, you know, in theory, 1 point of strength could still turn into 2 points of transformed strength, but it's not a guarantee, I guess. Is maybe the way to think about that. Just depends on how it rounds and stuff. Anyway, those are those two. I didn't change any skills. I still only have the Miracle Scroll. And I don't think I might have spent a little bit of BXP on, like, Mist, but I don't think I did, actually. I think I'm saving it for now. And support-wise, I don't think I did any. If you want to use Rolf, I guess Mist Rolf support makes sense, but I really don't like archers. I trained him a little bit, but even if you make him good, he's still an archer. Even if you give him stats, he's still an archer. And then Mist is just... she's got other people we could support if we want. And then Reese Titania, I still don't really care about. Or Ike Titania, which recently unlocked. But you have a limited number of supports, so you know you're giving up a rank if you're taking triple supports. A little bit of extra flavor dialogue. You there, Bjork. What do you think you're doing? Just trying to go to my room. I'm kind of lost. Could you help? This way. Follow me. Hey, not so close. Walk behind me. What? Pardon me. The king ordered us to treat Bjork with kindness, but it will take some time. It is difficult to fight the instinct. Perhaps some memory of the slavery of our forefathers suffered at Bjork hands flows in our blood. I understand. I'll keep my distance. Very well. Let's go. Just casual generational trauma. No big deal. And so, we put this guy right here, and this dealy globber there, and then we're finished. Packing? You need any help? Do I want some? Psst, you're a hoot handsome. I'm already done. You're more skillful than I would have imagined. Or is Miss just really inept? Ah, the Benyon Pegasus Knights are always moving around, so I learned to pack quickly. They used to train us all the time. Go here, pack this, fun stuff. Oh, really? I can see you have a strong sense of duty. Quitting the Benyon Pegasus Knights to join us must... What are you saying? I'm a burden? No, I'm saying I'm grateful you're here. I told you we're short on personnel. Oh, good then. I'm happy to be here. You don't need to worry about me quitting the Benyon service. My decision wasn't based solely on my desire to repay you, you know. You had other reasons? Yeah, I'm searching for my prison brother. He may be adult and scoundrel, but he's all the family I have in this world. Remember when you found me? We were looking fighting the pirates? Well, I was trying to track him down. But every time I go look for him, I always end up in some dangerous situation with ugly boatman who's trying to kill me. So you just decided to join us, I guess. Okay. So, are you sorry you asked? No, the important thing is finding your brother, right? Yeah, that's the plan. I feel like she's just high-strung, always going at a mile a minute, right? That's the style for Marcia, right? ... You seem depressed? Look at who I'm trapped with. Of course I am depressed. And keep your worthless observations to yourself. All of you are so slow, I can't believe you're still not ready. Well, sorry about that, princess. Most of us need to pack stuff. We can't just run around and eat mice. If we were like you and didn't need to carry anything, it'd be easier, but we do have weapons and things. Weapons of steel are human weakness. Without them, you cannot fight properly. You can take a punch. But Leith, you carry a dagger in your scabbard? This is not for fighting. So what's it for? I use it to remove small bones from meat. I can also cut fruit into bite-sized pieces. It has proven quite useful. So iron's okay if you use it. What? If you got something to say, spit it out. You despise Bjork, but you don't mind Bjork tools. If something's good, it's good. Denying something's obvious worth out of petty spite is foolish. Here we go. There's our in. If something or someone is good, they're good. We just gotta get her convinced. It's not that I do not despise every Bjork. If every Bjork could get along with us as well as you do, I'm certain... Leave? This is ridiculous. I'm leaving. Yeah. We'll get her. Okay, I think that's all I can show off for this point. Let's do the next bit of story. After his father's death places the mantle of leadership on his young shoulders, Ike agrees to continue as Alincia's escort. Hey, look, it's Benyon. They got a big kingdom. Or empire. Uh-oh, it's an empire. Watch out. The company heads now for the Benyon Empire, the oldest and largest nation on the continent of Tellius. As Crimea is a former fiefdom of Benyon, interesting, the princess turns to them for succor, much as a scared child retreats to a parent. Oh, come on, narrator. Many in Tellius believe that without Benyon's might and influence, Crimea's reconstruction will be nigh impossible. However, Benyon and Gallia have no diplomatic ties and are further separated by an impassable mountain range. Unless you can fly. So the company is forced to return to Crimea, where they hope to locate a ship to carry them to Benyon. ... Travel. Look at this, easy. We're already there. No, that's just the navigation. That's the plan. We got a plan. Accompanied by Ranulf, the warrior who has volunteered to guide them, the company leaves Castle Gallia behind. With heavy hearts and wounded spirits, they begin the long march to Crimea. And nothing will ever get in our way. Hey, Ike, hold up a second. Something's in our way. You know, I was thinking, since the castle's on the way, we should probably stop by. Oh, really? But what's so special about this castle? Well, why, yes, there is, actually. It's the Cantius Castle. Daein seized it early in the war. Now it's just a camp for prisoners. I've even heard there are a number of Crimean retainers being held captive. What? Are you certain? Of course. Princess, I'm hurt. My information is always reliable. Just like me, Blue Ankula. Well, if we can rescue some Crimean soldiers, they might decide to join us. That would be quite a boon. Recruitment drive! Yes, it's worth the risk. Hey, prison episode. It was spoiled at the beginning of the chapter, Prison Break. I suppose some of you may have seen this coming. Sneak, sneak, sneak. Sneak, sneak, sneak. The question now is, how do you open the cells and free the prisoners? You just smash the doors, it's easy. The cells are locked, but logic would dictate the keys will be in the possession of the jailer. We've no choice but to steal them. If we're lucky, the guards will also have keys. In either case, we must move with caution. We do not wish to trade blows with the entire castle garrison. I've done it, it's not a big deal. Which means we stay close to the walls and avoid being seen. Stealth mission, go! Alright, get keys. Hey, you there. Quit sneaking around. Sneak, sneak, sneak. I have business with Sir Grail. Where is he? You're sorely lacking in social etiquette, aren't you? State your business. I'll speak with Sir Grail and Sir Grail alone. Now, take me to him. What you ask is impossible. Commander Grail is dead. That's a problem. Just who are you, anyway? Call me Volk. Grail hide me. I'm in intelligence. Intelligence. My father? Oh. Sir Grail's son, correct? Well, you'll do. Sir Grail hired me to investigate something. You pay my price, I'll give you my report. Deal. How much? 50,000 bucks. Yeah, it's a bit much. Worth every penny. Well, I don't have it. Guess you have to wait. You are willing to pay? Well, if my father hired you, it must be for a good reason. There's no way he's lying. Are you sure, Commander? We have no way of knowing if he's lying. This could just be some eloquent scoundrel trying to make 50,000 gold. We thought 20,000 gold was worth a princess's ransom. This guy wants more than double that. What is this? Well, we'll know when we see the content of the reports, and then we can kill him and take the money back. Until let's let him travel with us. If he betrays us, there's 15 of us and one of him or something. That's your plan, eh? Listen, you get the report when I get paid. I'm not waiting around. I'll keep my information for the time being. Call me when you got the gold. Stop into any tavern you meet. Tell the barmaid you've need of a fireman. You'll see me within an hour. Any tavern you can teleport to, no matter what country I'm in, you say fireman, bam, you're there. That's a little suspicious. Hold on a second. Intelligence. You said you were in intelligence. Is information the only thing you sell? I am a computer. I love information. Out with it. Locks. Sure, 50 gold a lock. You're going to have him open the doors? Is that wise? We only met him. There's no telling if we can trust him. Hire. Volk, you can help us break into these cells. As long as I get paid, I got no complaint. Objection? I told you before, didn't I? You're the commander. You decide, I follow. Hey, we got a new character. Righto, I'm off. Good luck and all. Wait, what? Aren't you going to help us? Much as I'd like to. I got a job. I'll rejoin when I'm done. Alright, well, good luck. Same to you. Alright. Now I can officially load my save file that I've done all my preps on. I'll go over Volk as well, I suppose. There's just so much to do before we get to the actual chapter. It's a good thing I did the preps in advance. Okay. Let's do Volk first, because we just met him, and then we'll talk about what I've actually done. So. Outfits. Oh, you can't even see him here. Okay. Let's look at him on this screen. There he is. Okay, we can find him here. He is a thief. Our first thief. Uses knives. That's a new weapon. Those don't normally exist. He has the shade skill, same as Ilyana, which means he's a bit less likely to be hit. And he can steal things from enemies. Our first stealer unit. Now, steal is very fun in Path of Radiance. It's pretty simple. If your speed is higher than the enemy speed, you can steal from them. You cannot steal an equipped weapon though, so you can only steal, vulneraries and secondary weapons and stuff like that. But sometimes enemies can change which weapon is equipped, and then you can steal the other one if you're trying to, trying to optimize some of that. However, you can only steal equipment that you have the strength to carry at max. So he can steal anything that has a weight of 12 or less right now. And let's say we get his strength to 20. At that point, he can steal items that weigh 20 or less. So you need good speed to successfully steal and good strength to have a wide selection of stealable items. But that definitely adds some pretty interesting opportunities, let's just say. He is the best one at stealing. There's another thief, but it's very unlikely they're going to have more strength than Volk. Unless you're rigging like crazy. Which is something we might do. You never know. Other than that, 7 movement is good. Combat is pretty bad. He's not really good at killing things right now. I'll have a look at his growth rates here. He starts at level 10, so he's actually one of my lower level units, but he should be pretty close to the party average normally. Growth rate, 65 health, 50 strength, really good for a thief. 5 magic, 55 skills, 65 speed, 35 luck, 20 defense, 10 res. So, with some investment, very likely to get solid strength, skill, speed. And the thing is, although his growths are pretty okay, there are better knives. It's not like this is the iron sword version of the knife, but it is very weak. 2 base damage is not much. Knives in the sequel Radiant Dawn are significantly expanded and more useful, but in this game you can't forge them, I don't believe. They're kind of limited quantity most of the time, and not very good. This is, an iron sword is 5 might, I think, so a little bit of crit doesn't really help, and his hit rate tends to be good because he's got good skill anyway. So he's not really a combat unit, but steel is definitely an interesting thing to consider. So that's Volk. Before I do the map, let's talk about what preps I did, though. Again, I did spend a fair bit of time here, so... bonus XP, I don't think I spent any. We did not gain any or spend any in the last map. However, Rolf went from level 1 to 10. Ilyana went from level, 12 or something to 17. Reese just healed people. Mist went from 1 to 8 from healing. Mia got a couple levels. Boyd got a level. Soren got a few levels. I even gave Titania a couple levels. Leith and Mordecai didn't get to do anything. Marcia went from level 10 to 16, I think. I definitely got her set up, which is probably the most important person to invest. If you don't do boss abuse, just give her some bonus XP. It's probably worth it. She's just really, really good. Oh, there's Volk. Okay, I could have seen him here. So we could feed him some bonus XP if you want. We could get him leveled up right now and give him more strength. Maybe I do. Think about it. I forgot about that. Oscar maybe got a level up, and Ike maybe got a level up. I have done some stat rigging, but honestly, I generally just took the levels as they came, unless they were like 1 stat up or something. So I have a feeling if we ever compare, our average stats right now are a little bit higher than they should be at the level we're at. But I don't think it's crazy, because I'm definitely not like stat maxing every level to make sure we get strength, skill, speed, defense, or something every single level. Otherwise, everyone would be capped on stats by now, or at least getting close. So that's the level up stuff. Oh, one thing you can see here, weapon levels. Rolf's bow, which is already broken. I basically just stayed long enough to break his bow. That's all we did. I used his training bow to train him up. It did get him to C rank bows. What I spent a lot of time on was actually trying to get my mage tome ranks up. Weapon ranks go up very slowly in Path of Radiance. I think you get bonus if you kill, rather than just, doing damage. But I think she's pretty close to C rank lightning. And I think for now, Ilyana will be lightning with a bit of fire, and Soren will be wind with a little bit of fire, kind of as my way of balancing. Because it's definitely nice to have more than one elemental tome, clearly. Reese got to B rank staves. So did Mist, actually. That's really quick. I was hoping to get Mist to like level 10. But we just ran out of effort. I just got bored, basically. But you can see the gear I gave them. I could move the bands around some more, but it's fine for now. I'm not too worried about it. Mia is actually really, really good right now. Max speed for, we can't even mean, I think she almost always maxes her speed before level 20 anyway. But she's also got really good strength and some defense. So she's looking pretty solid for Sword Guy or Sword Girl. Void coming along, you know. I think I may have rigged him a defense up or two because I felt like he was just always getting crushed in combat. So I think a couple points of defense was kind of the thing he needed. Soren is also looking very strong. Even got a point of strength. I think just randomly. I didn't even rig it. So he can almost use a Fire Tome without being weighed down. But yeah, I think he's pretty likely to max magic and speed. That's kind of his standard thing. Titania got a couple levels, nothing too crazy. Marcia got a lot of levels, and I probably put more work into her than the others in general. She does start quite weak, but she grows well, and once she's got some baseline stats, she is awesome. Oscar is not going to be Marcia tier, just he has a harder time, and I'm not getting, maybe just didn't get as lucky on the level ups. I'm surprised his skill is that low, really, but he did get some defense, so he's a bit of a tanky paladin or cavalier for now. And Ike, very speedy, but maybe a little bit low on strength defense skill. I don't know how those are averaging out, but anyway, that's kind of the basic equipment or basic stats. In terms of gear, yeah, there's a brand new Iron Lance, the old Iron Lance. Didn't I? Oh, I have an Iron Axe +5, but it's on Titania. There's a reason. Boyd's not going to get deployed on the next map, so I want to make sure I bring it. I've also brought a couple chest keys, and I think I've actually changed one of my minds. I'm going to bring the hammer specifically on Titania. Yeah, that's kind of the group. It's kind of funny. We actually just did a whole training montage, but the next dungeon is maybe no combat at all. So it's kind of funny. I spent all this time to get all these stats and equipment, but in the end, we're not going to use them. But yeah, you can kind of see what I bought and restocked here. It's fairly simple. I did burn through a fair amount of hand axes and iron axes, but they're cheap enough to replace mostly. And I think that's it. Yeah. I don't suppose I have a... I mean, I can give him more speed, but no, I don't have any more bands or anything for leveling. You know what? Why don't we do one little thing? I don't know if this is actually a very good idea, but let's get a +1 strength on Volk right away, just for fun, right? I want to give him Fighter Band is strength HP. Soldier is strength defense, if I remember correctly. I could be remembering these wrong. It doesn't matter. But it does apply to BXB use. That's right. This is my favorite part. Inventory management. Alright, so we save. We feed him a little bit more bonus XP than is probably justified. I mean, it's 100. It's not that bad. I guess 105 to get a level up. Honestly, pretty efficient. We'll see if we get strength. Strength speed is obviously the thing. Strength especially, but speed is very helpful too. I mean, it could be worse. Let's do this once. I'm only gonna do one on camera. But I feel like this is a not that unusual thing you could do with your thief if you really want to take advantage of stealing. What did I say his strength growth was? Like 40%? With the band, it should be 45%. So we should have, like, if all I care about is strength speed, that's like a 1 in 4 chance to get them both. It shouldn't be that difficult. I mean, you know, 1 in 4 doesn't mean you get it automatically. So in if you watch some of the Final Fantasy 1 runs I've been doing lately, I've done a lot, to be fair. Every now and then I do a stat maxing one where you get a level up and you try to get all the stats you want. In that game, it's a 1 in 4 chance growth. I mean, that's all I need right there. It's a 1 in 4 chance. Like, there's no growth rate. It's just a flat. You either get it or you have a 25% chance of getting it. So trying to get 2 stats rigged like that in FF1 would actually be like a 1 in 16 chance. So it's kind of no fun. But in this one, it's actually not that hard to do. So there you go. 1 level up on Volk. Just lets him steal a little bit more. I don't think that actually matters in the next level, but there are definitely, if you're following a guide or something, there are some breakpoints where you'll find some enemies that have, you know, very heavy weapons and armor that you want to steal. 13 strength just means it's a little bit, I think, like a steel axe is 13 or something, so we can steal that if we find one. And it's not equipped. Anyway, just kind of messing around, nothing too serious here. Blue Ankylo just having some fun. 40 minutes in, right? But the truth is, this chapter shouldn't take super, super long. So, I'm actually not even going to deploy everyone. This is our first mission where you get to choose your deployment. Choose units. And you can't bring everybody. You've got more units than you can deploy already. Easy, very easy to skip Rolf and a couple other people. So I basically just cut everyone who's not on a horse and kept people with good mobility because they can do stuff that will make this possible, let's say. This is a tricky little map. Now, in terms of positioning, I forget there's probably a scripted layout to do this easier. Let's look at the map, I guess. Well, let's just start for now. This is a stealth mission. If you are successful, there will be no reinforcements, and you get 700 bonus XP. If we manage to get past the 3 patrolling guards, you can see here in the middle, the red guys. If we can get to the yellow escape without them detecting us, we get a ton of bonus XP. If we can do it in 12 turns, we get 300 more, losing 30 per turn. Also, in theory, the more people you deploy that escape before Ike, because I think it ends once Ike escapes, you get 10 more bonus XP. Now, we're not going to worry about maximizing that, but the 700 stealth mission and the 300 going quickly mission is something I'm going to endeavor to try. It is difficult. This is not a trivial one. If you fail and you're spotted, there will be a whole bunch of reinforcements from behind and maybe up here as well, I think. And you got to fight your way through, which is fine. I mean, you get a bunch of XP for fighting them. But this is kind of a fun one to try to do sneakily. Now, how does this work? Basically, if you end a turn inside the movement radius, or the attack radius, I guess, technically, because not their blue squares, but their red squares. I'm pretty sure that's the rule. We will find out. But if we moved Titania here and ended the round, we would be immediately noticed. However, if the start of your turn, let's say we stayed here and this guy moved over here. At the start of the turn, we can all be inside their radius. It's fine. We just have to get everyone out of their radius by the end of the turn to avoid being detected. So that's the key thing. The other thing is they have a patrol route. This guy goes to here, and then to here, and then to here, and to here. And we just make, or I guess these ones technically. And he just goes around in a loop-de-loop. This guy just goes back and forth in 3 steps, back and forth. And this guy has 4 steps. So we've got a 6-step, a 4-step, and a 3-step that just cycle. Great. There are a bunch of objectives. First, there are 2 new units we can recruit if we save them. There's some guy you can talk to for some flavor. He does not join you, sadly to say. You might notice he's got some interesting things, like some light magic and S rank and all kinds of weird stuff in there, honestly. But dedicated priests, apparently. Anyway, we'll get to him if we can. Also, I believe if you break a door, it's got 60 hit points. You can break it, but I believe that breaks your stealth as well. So you need Volk, ideally, to unlock the doors. There's some chests over here. He can also pick those for a little bit of gold. The gold price per door and chest is basically trivial. 50 gold doesn't really matter. It's not 0, but it mostly doesn't matter. That is why I brought my spare chest keys, because those will save us turns to opening these up before we leave, if we want everything. I believe you can fight the boss without triggering the alarm, as long as you're still not within... No one is in range of the watch guards. So we can move into this room, aggro these guys, and kill them for the Master Seal, which is our first promotion item. And we can, I think... You might have to actually steal that one. This one would drop. But if you want this one, you'll have to use Volk to steal it. Maybe it's worth it, maybe not. These guys don't... I guess if you kill them, you can get door keys. Yeah, but we're going to not kill them, because that would... even if you attack them, that's one of the other gimmicks. You can attack them and kill them instantly, but that's still... them dying triggers the alarm as well. Okay, hopefully that covers what I need to cover. It is a finicky thing. There's another chest over here. I'm going to try to get everything. I'm not going to worry about perfect timing, but I am going to try to do this stealthy. And that's why I brought the group we brought. So, we expect this guy to move out of the way. We expect this guy... This only works once you've played it, but we know this guy is moving there. So we want 3 people in this zone, and we need, in theory, to unlock this door pretty much immediately. And we need Volk to open this door, and this door. This is another unit we can recruit. So there's a lot of things for Volk to do. He needs to be very efficient, and everyone needs to kind of get moving. Turn 1, though, there's not a lot of options. However, we will pick up some people where we can. I think picking up Ike is easy for now. And Titania is the one I want to go... I want to send her up to fight, basically. That's the reason I gave her the hammer and the +5 axe. She should slaughter this guy. And I don't really care about funneling the XP. I mean, Oscar could probably do it too. But I'm in a rush, so let's plan on her doing that. Plus, she's 9 movement instead of 8, so she's just got a bit of an easier time getting there. And I want to make sure we can open this door next turn, which means Volk must be at least here. No, he just needs to be 1 square closer. Basically, this is leaving more space for other people to move forward. We'll see if this works. Mordecai is also pretty cool because he can push. There are times where shoving or smiting will be very helpful on this map. That's why I brought him. And Leith is pretty sweet. We'll see if this works. It's been a long time since I've done this map, but... there is a step-by-step guide you can follow if you really want. Hey there, Sephiram. Tell me something, will ya? What's gonna happen to us? Those Dane soldiers took my friends away. They didn't never come back. What happened to them? Oh, I bet you something bad. Quiet, fool. Keep your cowardly mutterings to yourself. It matters not what vile torture they devise. A true knight of Crimea is bold, steadfast, and strong. And they let me keep my horse. We're just in jail on a horse and armor. I care not if they pull out my nails with tongs, or insert pins into the soft flesh of my underbelly, or yank. Stop, I can't bear it. I'm not professional. I'm just part of the militia. Can't believe I left my family for this. Will I ever see him again? Oh, curses. If only I had some sort of weapon. Help will come. I will not give up. There's another waifu over there for those of you collecting. Kieran here will be our red Christmas Cav. So he is effectively Oscar's... I mean, I guess you could sort of say Titania's a Christmas Cav because she's red, but she is your Jagan style pre-promote. The Lance, or the Knight style, Cavalier style, it is Oscar and Kieran are your early game Cavalier. And Kieran, we'll talk about once we get him next episode, is great. He is one of the strongest units as well in the game. Okay, so here's our zone. Now, we know this guy is going to move up, which means this zone, these tiles won't be safe, but we can move up to here next turn. Because this guy's going to move over, which means if we end here, next turn, this guy will move over. There's still going to be a couple squares here that he won't see. And this guy's going to move out of the way, which means there should be some room, but it's going to get tight. That's this is the trick. It is a challenge. And I don't remember, you know, optimal positionings or anything. So we'll see what happens. I kind of remember using Smite to, like, maybe next turn push up a couple tiles so that we can move and then move all the way in or something like that. We'll see what happens. Oops. I do want to keep these up. Pretty important. You could use some save states to help out as well. Maybe it would be better... I guess Titania has 9. Yeah, Titania is a bit faster. It might make sense to have her on this tile with Ike, shove, and then have her move and drop him so he can go fight over here. That might be the actual play. We'll figure that out next time. If I have to. Oh, one thing I can do here, sort of maybe optimal. Unlock door. Oh, who's... Oh, I might have made a slight mistake. I'm not sure if anyone can talk, or only Ike. Yeah, I mean, we can rescue him. Oops. I was going to rescue Volk, so he can kind of get over there quicker. I think maybe what I'll do is shove him a square over. Maybe Oscar will take this guy with us. Titania will... We'll see what happens. I might have to redo this one. It is a little finicky. But I think I have an idea. I just... Yeah, the devil's in the details. Alright, there is 0 space available. That was, of course, the real problem. So can we... We cannot make it through, even with a couple extra squares. That's... Yeah. We're basically blocked here. I think if Titania was right here... She only has 1 more movement, though. So... Yeah, even with +1, we're not going to get it on this phase. We got to wait a bit longer, which is annoying. Yeah, I don't see a way to take advantage of it this turn. I think we have to move down here. There should be a spot in the corner for a couple people. Yeah, I don't see any way we could have gotten around on this turn without triggering them. I'm not sure if there's even going to be enough spaces down here, to be fair. Definitely trying to make sure it's always set up for Mordecai to do a push or something if necessary. Also, very important to remember, if you have people blocking the path, that when you move them out of the way, that they're going to have more zone than what it shows, basically. Alright, there are 5 squares here. Titania can carry 1 person. I think that's one of the reasons why I wanted it so small. I didn't really want to carry Sephiram around, but, you know, we'll manage. Kieran will be able to carry people, I think, as well. So, okay. Nothing is blocking him here, so these tiles should be accurate. Let's see. If Volk was here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. Maybe I can set up next turn to smite him so that he can open that door immediately. That does leave only 3 squares. I think we have to... Can we pick up Leith, or are we in trouble? We are in trouble. Leith is going to have to stay back. It's annoying. Yeah. The cats, when transformed, have a lot of bulk. Actually, I think the gauge pauses while they're being carried, so if I had picked her up on turn 1, maybe that would have worked. I don't know. Maybe deploying Leith was a mistake. I don't know. Let's see if I can figure this out. I'm not sure she's going to actually contribute. Alright, Mordecai's gone bestial. Okay, we have some space. Like I said, I can open the door this turn if I leave Mordecai behind. I don't know if it's super valuable, but I think this is turn-wise efficient at least. We do need someone to go talk to them. It's probably Ike. So if I stand here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, drop. Hopefully that's... He's gonna move back to here, but... it's a you know, like I said, this is a bit of a spicy scenario. Oscar's got Sephiram. Marsh's got Ike. I want Titania to start going for the boss. Oscar, I don't know. Leaf needs to get over here with the group. Well, let's just give this an honest effort. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. There are strange little windows in the pattern where there's these little spare tiles here. Okay, now this is gonna be tricky because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like these tiles are not safe. Leaf is at the edge of safety. Okay, I think we send Titania over for sure, right? We've got to find a way to get to the boss. This is not safe. None of this is safe. This might be where you want to be able to pick him up in hindsight. Because he could move out of the way and then get rescued and moved over here. Maybe that's what Titania could have done. That would have been smart. I'm not even sure if this square is safe. Well, this is attempt 1. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Oh, we could have taken there. Ah, that's right. The animals can take people too. Yeah, that would have been smart. Maybe it would have been more useful to put the Sephiram on one of the cats. Yeah, that's probably what I'll be thinking of next time. Because it looks like we're not going to get out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So now we're stuck in here. Yeah. Not really where we want to be. This is definitely more of a puzzle, but, you know, fighting everything is an option. Like I said, you don't have to puzzle it out. Okay. Marcia can technically escape. So we need to talk to Braum. With Ike. You're a Crimean soldier, right? Come on, I'm here to rescue you. Seriously? I'm not dreaming? I'm a mercenary in the employ of Princess Alincia. I'll give you the details later. For now, let's move. Oh, the princess. Oh, happy day. Well, let me just stretch a little bit. Oh, I'm so stiff. How cramped. For the love of... Come on. All right. Hold on a second. I don't remember the king having any children. Wait. No time to explain. Let's go. Coming. All right. He counts as one of those. I hate it when they do that. Wait, so who... Hold on. Who even talks to Kieran? Have I completely messed this up? Special events. You need Oscar to talk to... Okay, I did not plan up deep enough, clearly. So, Ike can recruit Braum and Nephany, but only Oscar can recruit Kieran. He's in the wrong spot. And he's already got somebody he's carrying around. Oh, man. Okay, this is a situation where we're almost able to escape. If you could... Nah, there's no way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is like the only two safe squares right here. This is brutal. Yeah, I feel like this always happens on this map. I always have such a hard time figuring out how to get through. It's okay. We might have to redo it, and I'll change some strategies a little bit next time. Is it worth, like, picking her up, basically? Doesn't cost him any movement or anything. can rescue there, but I think it's going to be more important to rescue... I mean, Volk needs to continuously unlock doors. I've got to get him forward. I don't even know if Braum is going to break it. Like, let's see. Yeah, so we couldn't even talk to him without that breaking the thing. All right. Attempt 1 failed. Let's try this again. We've learned a little bit. This is a puzzle. Maybe I should just be looking up the guide, but I swear I will manage. Okay. Ike needs to talk to this guy up there. Let's set that up. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moves. He can get there. I mean, we don't even need to talk to him. We can skip him entirely, but it's for content. We're going to unlock that door next turn. We're going to... There's not a lot of rush for the first couple turns, so it's hard to mess up at the beginning. It's not to say it's impossible. I need to make sure Oscar is heading towards Kieran. I need to try to get Titania up towards the boss. But it does take a couple cycles to get that set up. It's clearly the answer. Alright. We've learned. Let's see if we've learned from our mistakes. It is honestly way easier to just break the stealth section immediately and just fight your way out. But I promised myself I would try to do this the sneaky way. So that's the plan. This time, we just talk to the guy. You there! We've come to rescue you. Ah! You're not a soldier, are you? Your clothing gives you away. I am a pilgrim. My name is Sephiran. A monk. Why would they imprison you? I was arrested in a nearby village when I was tending to a wounded Crimean knight. I received no trial, but have nevertheless been kept prisoner in this place ever since. That explains it. Yeah, don't ask questions. We've come to liberate the prisoners of war. You should take this opportunity to escape. You will set me free? That is most gracious of you. If you have no objection, I would ask your name. I am Ike of the Grail Mercenaries. Please, the cell door is open. Leave while you can. Thank you. Perhaps we'll meet again. Alright. I believe we have to carry him, right? This is one of the reasons we bring all these people. So, Titania, maybe you can just carry this guy. Drop him off near the end. I don't know. Last time she didn't carry anybody. Oscar, your job will be... We're going to have to do this whole circuit to get over here again. So... It did seem relatively mandatory that we had to carry Volk for this to work. And Marcia was also helpful for that. And Mordecai... They're just following along for this time. Zoom, zoom. Maybe... You know what? I like this a little bit more. Cat carries Sephiran. Alright. Come on, stealth mission. If it wasn't for this guy, we could have gone right up there, but... even if you were promoted, there's no way. You need boots or something to get even further there. Alright. Most of the time, it's not like optimal movement required or anything. Although there are clearly some situations. Okay. So I know that I need Ike to recruit Braum. Let's use some carrying to speed up his movement a bit. It's just annoying when you drop someone, you can't use their action that turn. So picking the right time to drop is very important. Okay, so Oscar has Volk. From here it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and push. I still think that was reasonable as an option, but I have one too many people still. I think Leaf might stay behind. Doesn't need to be in this corner anyway. So let's do this again. Oscar also needs to move into here. Mordecai will do a shove next turn. Titania doesn't have much to do. Oh no, she's got Ike. She has to go there to wait. Let's send Marcia towards the bottom right with Ike while we try to find a way to get Titania towards the the boss. I feel like it's more important for her to kill the boss. Someone's got to. It's going to take some time to kill those enemies and start opening doors, so someone's got to go that way. So we're almost doing the same thing as last time. Maybe this is a good turn for a checkpoint. Okay. I mean, yeah, we could move up to here, but I don't see how that makes much difference. I think getting this door unlocked a turn earlier... Oh, you're kidding me. Okay. That was a misclick. I used shove instead of smite. Easy enough to do. Also, that's 50 bucks. Gone forever. Okay, so we know Oscar's got to go in. He's got 8 movements. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He cannot make it to Kieran from there. So that means Ike even less. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. So theoretically, he could be smited. But we're not going to be able to stay here next turn because this guy's going to be here. So we can't have Mordecai stay here and shove next round. Which means it's just going to take an extra turn, basically. I mean, hopefully this is doable. We'll see. I mean, part of the trick is trying to do this in a low number of turns. If you just wait long enough, eventually the path opens and you're fine, but... You know, trying to get the bonus objective. Okay, Oscar... Now, is that even safe? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can't even stand here. Okay, if Leaf can push Titania... Oh, I don't know. I don't know if she can push Oscar. It's still not going to work, because I can't pick her up, because she's got a... she's got someone else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are dangerous tiles. So even if she pushed and I rescued, I need to rescue... It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Okay, that gets Braum recruited next turn. So close. How do we get Oscar in there without wasting so much time? What am I missing? Are you supposed to promote him first? Like, if you did if you even grinded more, you could get him to level 21 and promote, and then you'd have 9 movement like Titania. That would have gotten him 1 tile further, which is, I think once Volk is out of the way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these tiles would be safe. He just needs 1 more movement to get there. That's why I've been trying to find a way to shove him. But... what happens if I shove and then take and Kanto over? Mordecai could... No. Maybe... Okay. I don't know if this is going to work. Because we can't rescue. I guess you have to have less weight to rescue. That's so dumb. We're one weight short of a rescue on Leaf here, and then that would have worked. Alright. What else could we do here? So basically, putting Oscar in this tile doesn't do anything. It just kind of messes it up. Unless there's a way of packing him up, and I don't think there is. Now, I guess if he was here, we could still smite him, because he only needed one more square. But this square wasn't safe either, right? And there's no one that can pick up Mordecai. Okay, I still think this makes sense, right? That's sensible. Now, wait. I think I see it. Aha! It would be actually better if we give Ike... Okay, now we're in clever mode. We zoom up. Do I actually give Ike here? No, we can talk drop. It would be better if I could drop Ike already, but we had to pick the door, and there's no more space. Alright. Okay, I think I may have stumbled upon the trick that I was looking for. I told you guys shoving was very important. Alright, this gets us in here. Instant talk. Ah, I come from Kermia, eh? Come on, we're here to rescue you. We opened your cell, let's go. Ah, it is you! Pardon? I would never forget that squint, Knight of Crimea, 12th Regiment. Your name is Oscar. Oh, right, you're Kieran? That is correct, I am Kieran, the same Kieran who has sworn himself to be your eternal rival. Oh, right, so how you been? You look good. As always, your manner is listless and inappropriate. It befits one who would call me foe. You were discharged 30 years ago. What are you doing here now? Aha! Could it be, you dastard? You've turned over coat and gone to the Danes' forces, haven't you? Arr! Undespicable, contemptible behavior. Unforgivable! Have you no shame? You were on my true rival. Where has your pride gone? The mercenary company I'm attached to serves under the command of the Princess of Crimea. We came here to free prisoners. The Princess? You're not part of the Royal Guard. How do you know about the Princess? How do I know about the Princess? How does everyone know about the Princess? Well, you know, she's actually our employer. Aha! So that's your scheme. You hope to distinguish yourself by meritorious service and gain the glory that is rightfully mine. Admit it! Yes. Blast you! Curse your name! Curse the name Oscar and all who call him kin. I will never let you surpass me. Princess! I'm coming! Kieran will be at your side. Oh, he's really excitable. Hard to believe he's a decent knight. Drop. Canto a little bit. Okay. Alright. Now, Volk moves over here. We pick him up. And we start prepping for the north while these guys try to get out. Oscar can pick up one, and Kieran can pick up the other once this is settled. Meanwhile, I think Next turn, this guy's here. We can't go up. This guy's here. The turn after, this guy returns, but this guy will be finally up in the corner 2 turns from now. Is that our chance? Because this guy will be here again. But theoretically, these tiles might be safe. I think that's what we need to be ready for. Volk, with 7 movement, can go 1, 2, 3. It's not going to be here, though. This guy's going to move back. We're gonna be dancing around. I'm not sure just yet how this is going to go down. In theory, he would be able to move up and unlock this door if there was no guard up there. Meanwhile, just gotta keep our distance for now, playing around. I think so far we might be all according to plan, but I don't know yet. It's also going to take a while to escape that bottom right, but trust. Alright, so this guy has to be picked up. We read that already. We can... Wait. We can't control Kieran. Oh, man, this guy. Well, you can see the problem, can't you? I really wanted to pick up Ike. But Braum is never getting out of here normally. Maybe I should have left one of the other cavalry over here to get him out. I forgot you can't control Kieran. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. How much room do we have to play with? Yeah, okay. This is going to move out of the way. This guy's going to move back, but this is our window to start moving up. So we definitely want Titania ready to start going over this way, I think. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, we have 2 tiles. Okay, from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Assuming that square is safe, it should be. We can open that door. So Volk can stand here without being carried, so he can open the door. Meanwhile, Titania, her priority is getting to the boss to start fighting. And maybe I regret not having Marcia to pick up Ike after all. But we have some shoves dancing around. 1, yeah, this should be fine. We can stay here, I think. I gotta be very careful with the directions because I have to use Ike's turn to command Kieran right now. And he will, as long as there's only 1 yellow unit, he will go exactly where I tell him. But, you know. If Ike is being carried, I cannot give directions, so I don't know. And clearly we learned last time that if these guys spot a yellow unit, they get caught anyway. It's wild. It is wild. Okay. Step the next. This is the way to go. Get that door open. Send Titania towards the boss. I think Ike also has to talk to Nephany. We'll deal with that shortly. I think we send Volk or someone. Probably Volk has to do this to get the door. I mean, we're on turn 8. Turn 12 is max BXB. I guess we're probably not going to get it. You need just perfect micro for that. These squares are the escape squares right now. Problem is, once this guy moves over, we're not going to be able to move up there at all. Unfortunately, we need 1 more mobility to get to safety here. You know, theoretically, again... Nah, no one can shove him. The only 9 movement you moon it... Like, okay. Titania has 9, so if she was here... Leith could... Maybe, if Leith was transformed, could shove her, and then she'd be able to make it to, like, this tile. But then someone else would have to pick Leith up. And if she's transformed, there's not really anyone that can do that, except Mordecai, and he can't Canto. So none of that really matters. Learning a lot of what doesn't work. Alright. Fine. I want to pick Ike up. I think... Oh, man, that's hard. Make a new save here for a checkpoint. Get him 1 square away from exit. Pick up Ike, because we're gonna have to start. Maybe I don't pick Ike up this turn, because the idea is like this guy's gonna move over, and we're gonna have some space. We need to escape while he's on the left. And it's gonna be tricky because we're timing is worse right now. But we've got to get Kieran out as well. I'm really frustrated. It's really annoying that you don't get to control him. I thought I remembered incorrectly that you could just carry him out, but or like he could carry you out, or Rom at least. I mean, I put a little save down. We'll see what happens, I guess. Part of the plan is working. Not all of it. Yeah, space is very limited. And the problem is, like, we can go to this corner, but he's just going to move back, and then that corner won't exist. So, like... Yeah, what are we supposed to do? So this is obviously the turn that we send Titania over here to start killing, I think. As far as I know, this doesn't have any consequences in terms of ambush. We can go hand axe. I'm fairly sure she lives. 16 damage, 16 damage. No chance. And then 28 plus weapon advantage 29 is 16. That's not going to kill her. Not going to double her or anything. Not even remotely close. Yeah, I think she'll be okay against him. Dan O'Meal. We'll find out. Can we move far enough? Yeah. Okay. So we can open the door next turn over here. Alright. This is the bottleneck right now. Also, we are exactly 1 square, again, hosed. Which means we're stuck in the loop another round. Even if I had Leith here, you know, I could smite her, but it's not enough. Yeah, this is a very frustrating match. No wonder I almost never do this. It is very, very frustrating waiting for a perfect window, a perfect gap. How do these guys even get out is the thing. Like, how many rounds do you have to wait down here to actually escape? So if I don't have Ike on the floor next turn, Kieran will be spotted at the end of next turn once this guy is closer. And then, like, there's no way out right now. Like, this is just a dead end. I don't think there's anything we can do other than wait around, basically. Very frustrating. Wait, what? Excuse me? Neffany is still green. I thought they had to be talked to. Did I miss somebody else? So what am I supposed to do? Does Titania have to pick her up first? I mean, that's okay. All right, we can redo that. Clearly, there's no escaping this corner right now, so it doesn't really matter what we're doing. More science. This might be very painful for those of you that are like super experienced with this game. But I hope to share this pain. Okay, Volk, you're still going to the chest. However, Nephany now needs to be scooped up. Oh, wait. Can we... Let's count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have to be... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have to make it to here. So, 9 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we can do it. Okay, good. Thank you, Kanto. You're great. Titania was the right one still to be in the job. She just didn't quite do it right. I didn't quite do it right. It's not her fault. I have no idea what I'm doing with this guy, this group. This is brutal. Oh man, we're almost an hour and a half in here. Alright. He can, of course, see, so we can't actually open that door this turn anyway. However, Titania should... how much stats? She does lose a lot of speed and skill here. Do you think they'll target? I'll put a new save down before I drop her, because I'm not sure if they shouldn't target a green unit. She's not even an enemy. I think. I don't know. These guys can't do anything. Okay, let's put a slot number 4 save. I'm gonna see if this works. We're gonna make sure we got a hand axe equipped. We're gonna drop Nephany behind us. Oh, I could drop her in Kanto, right? I guess that would. Okay, hold on. Wait. No, I want to find out. Let's just do it like this. I need to. Because I can't move her. This guy's gonna come up. Maybe, hold on. I don't know how this is gonna work, but I don't want Nephany to get spotted again. So I'm gonna bring her all the way in and drop her out of vision of the patrol. But if they focus her down, then we'll have learned another new thing. We're just gonna keep learning things. Alright, wasting time. Oh, they do focus her down. Wow. That's brutal. I didn't think they'd target just a random unaligned unit. Alright, well, that's why I put the save down, because I didn't understand the AI. Okay, hold on. Is there anywhere I can put her then? This guy will stand on this square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see up to here. In theory, this square is safe, but we haven't talked to her yet. I guess I can plop her down as long as I pick her up again next turn. Alright, so I think what I have to do... Hand axe equipped again. Drop here, but we have to pick her up next turn anyway. But we can't be too far away or else we won't be able to Kanto her safety. Okay. I mean, sciencing. Hopefully we just kill these archers instantly. Nope. It's not great. If you train Titania more, she could do this. I mean, she needs one more point of strength, and she'd one round those guys. Look who's come to play. I'm so very happy to see you. Now then, are you ready to become my prisoners and live a life of eternal bliss in my dungeon? Oof. Oh, man. See, Titania can win, but not while dealing with Nephany. Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't even stay here in this tile. And I... Like, this is what I want to do, is just... not even kill him. Oh, man. Are we... This is bad. This is really bad. I don't even know what happens now you've activated the boss. Maybe they stay there. Maybe they start doing random stuff. I have no idea. I've never done this before. We're in the deep end now. Still no way to freaking escape. Okay. From here, next turn, we should be able to escape. But that's only Mordecai. That's brutal. All right, if this fails, maybe I look up the guide and see what the expected order of operations is, because I cannot seem to figure out. Like, how do we ever get out of here? I guess, okay, technically Oscar can escape. Oh, I see. Okay, hold on. Let's just unwind that. That's fine. I don't know how Kieran gets out. Because I can't direct him while being carried. I don't... Can you? This is just a quick science test. I have no idea if this works. It's kind of a downside of the direct system. Oh, they come chase after me anyway, if they can see. Okay, so they'll attack if you're in range, even outside the room. So the idea is, if I had Kieran on this square, I could tell him to make a run for it. Then again, my 2 squares are already used. We don't, but we can't. Yes. So I don't know how we... Other than just waiting another, like, 6 turns for the full cycle, I don't know how we get out. It's not good. It's not good. Do I have to talk to Nephany, or can I just, I don't even know. Because, like, I could drop her on the escape point. That doesn't get her... She doesn't escape. No, you have to talk to her for her to escape. Okay. Would have been better to leave her in one of these corners or something. There's nowhere for her to go. This is such an over-engineered stealth map. Like, I like the base concept of it, but it is designed... It is way too tight of whatever you're... Unless I'm just a dummy. Do I just try? I mean, that's this... We get crushed if we try this. Wow. Yeah, as long as he's got that steel blade equipped, we are in a really... I didn't think she'd actually be that bad against this guy. I didn't, like, super check his stats. I mean, honestly, having one of these guys leave isn't the worst. is kind of funny, but like maybe we do want one to chase after her. All right, well, let's see what happens there. How the crap does this work? I have to talk to Nephany, right? So I gotta get... Ike needs to get moving. Maybe Kieran can wait another round. I don't know. But, like, Nephany needs to get out now. Sure, that doesn't seem to have any effect. Kind of wish they would remember what I had highlighted in between episodes, or in between things. So there's probably a space where I can just lure this bow guy around after Titania a little bit longer, or even just fight from here. It's probably fine. I could escape, but that doesn't work. Let's see if we can. I'm so glad I gave her the really good axe. Okay, this deletes one of the jerks. Then we cantle to the corner. Because I don't really want her to be, you know, over here. That's definitely not the plan. Alright, time for a new 5th save, because... Okay, this is the only chance to escape. There is never another opportunity to escape. We have to go here now. And Mordecai, yeah. Wish I could do a little more, but I wish I could do a little bit of Mordecai. A little bit more Mordecaiing going on would be nice. Hey, if we manage to win this, and it just costs us some turn bonus XP, I'm not going to be too sad. It's okay. Oh, you heal there. That's neat. I didn't know that. We have some regeneration tiles. I actually didn't... I mean, they say Sanctuary, but I don't think I've ever had one of my units injured stand there without escaping. Neat. Alright, Statue Frag. Well, not really very important. Increases your build. Mostly just messes with your carry capacity. Okay. He's so blind. He walks... It's so funny how observant they are and then not observant. That we can just stand here and then, like, we can move back and forth and never be at risk. Now... Do I have enough time, then, to drop Nephany here and start fighting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't make it far enough. Not an option. Let's get an accurate representation of our mess. Looks like Mordecai can make it here now. One person every 4 turns. And there is a way, like, I am 100% convinced, I know there is a way on turn 12 to be done. Like, to have everybody out and all the chests. But it just seems so impossible every time I try to figure it out on my own. Like, I think we'll get out, and I can do it without triggering any ambushes eventually. But it's just... It's so much pain. I want to be able to command Kieran next turn. That's kind of what I'm trying to set up here. Oh, okay. All right, all right. So now we need to get this guy over there. We probably have to just it's like 4 more turns to follow this guy around. I don't think we can get ahead of him. We have time to go fight now. Mordecai can't really do much. Has to move either way. I mean, we could... I don't know what I'm going to do with him. I could use a stone to try to get retransformed. Oh, maybe if I drop Nephany, he can help deal with her. Oh, but I messed up because I can't change my... What do I have equipped? I don't even know what I have equipped. Iron Axe +5. Not the weapon I want. Well, at least I don't have to worry about Nephany, but... Yeah. Should have switched to the hand axe first. Or the hammer. One or the other would have been way better. We still can't get past this. Why? I feel like it's like I'm trying to do a Rubik's Cube, and I've just... My mind has failed me on how any of these tricks work. These tiles are not safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is all covered. These two will be safe, and then we're all the way back here. Just absolutely crushed. I mean, I can get Kieran out the same way we got out eventually, but it doesn't do us any good if we can't get past this guy. I'm so deep now, I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright. Time wasting. Let's see if Iron Axe +5 is at least passable here. Of course we get hit first try. I mean, we're doubling, we're getting some damage done. Not great. Should have given her an Iron Lance +5. So she can survive exactly one hit from this guy. I think I have to kill the archer so that we can't get chipped. Go down to 1 HP if he hits me, and then hope that we can hammer kill him next turn. Unless you want to use Mordecai, but don't think that's the play. Alright, Volk can do nothing. Yeah, I feel like I've missed something like, I don't know, 10 turns ago would have saved us so much trouble, but I don't know what I missed. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like this episode is completely falling apart, and I hate it. I don't even think we can get Kieran out next turn, because this guy's going to be here. It's going to be like 2 more turns. I don't even know. What are you supposed to do? I'm going to have to move him, which means I have to have Ike dropped this turn, or we can't move Kieran out of the way next turn. Okay, I mean, proof of concept, we can probably kill Danomil like this, I think. I mean, it depends on our hit rate on the hammer, but... Is that S rank? Hey, that's S rank axes on Titania. Nice. Would have been nice if her friggin' counter skill had ever activated. So that kills him if she hits, and she dies if she misses. 8 damage obviously does not do the job. That's rough. Are we gambling on a... There's... I mean, she can heal 10, but that's not enough. Wow. She really has bad odds at winning this Danomil fight. That's way worse than I was expecting. So Kieran has to move. There's just nowhere. We still can't do anything with Oscar. Like, you see the problem, right? Every time we get to move a little bit up, you can't actually make it far enough to do anything. And I'm in this constant cycle of... I mean, Kieran is so far away from being freed. This is... I mean, I'm gonna have to just restart the map. I don't know if we're ever getting out of here now. What was once inevitable now feels like... Well... I mean, this is dumb, but I'm just gonna see if we get this. Okay, cool. That was way too risky, but... Okay, and she's got, she can open 3 chests. Turn 18, man. It's what is, let me just double check. The turn counter is 12. By turn 22, you get 0 turn XP. So, that's about the range of useful battle turns you've got. We're already at getting close to no BXP possible. Well, other than the successful escape one. Yeah, there must be some... I don't know. There's got to be something I've completely messed up. Or maybe I've just got the wrong units or something? I don't know. Free javelin! Woo! I guess technically we can save a little bit of time doing some chess key swapping like this. In fact, that saves a whole turn, so it's not bad. I mean, that kind of stuff is always good. Good thing, good coping strategy. But this is dumb. Maybe... I don't even know. Maybe nothing. Maybe we're just stuck here for the rest of our life. I think really my biggest problem right now is I have no idea how we ever get Kieran out with the way the turns go, without being able to manually control him. Like, it just seems like it's impossible. Okay, if I could have controlled him last turn, I would have moved him to here, and then he could have gotten out right now. Maybe he can still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not even close. Okay, so it's mostly just a lack of, like, manual control with him. Not impossible, but it does take a lot of turns to set it up. I think maybe we can still get him next turn. I can't pick up Ike, though. Alright. Oh, that's all the... Yeah, that's all the stuff we've got. Okay. Cool. Volk opens the last one. We used all our chest keys. I mean, the northwest... The northern part of the map went, like, fine, you know. Maybe if we can get out this cycle, it's fine. If I can do that, I'm not sure yet. I feel like we keep getting this set up, and, like, it's never gonna work. Alright. Just gonna get these guys out. We gotta hold on to Nephany for now. Can Kieran get to safety? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 not safe. So he has to get to here or all the way to here. One. Oh yeah, okay, I've got a square. He can get to here or here. I find it really frustrating that I can't move him myself. Because it means I have Ike stuck. Like, maybe well, Ike has to talk to Braum, right? So, like, ideally you need Ike to be up here already kind of free. So you can just have him direct from afar. Unless there's someone else who can pick him up. But I don't think there is. Maybe Mordecai can rescue him. Might only be while transformed, though. Let's see. Alright, those guys are out. I think we can stay here fairly safely. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We still only have 2 squares. Again, always only 2 squares. And, like, absolutely no way to get anywhere. This is so dumb. What is the game like? I want to know what love is, and I also want to know what the developers of this map were thinking. Like, what do they think you're supposed to be able to figure out? This is just there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can stand here or here for 1 turn, and then it's bad. I actually don't even have enough spaces. Even though I've been trying to have, like, you know, reduced soldier count. There's still not even enough room to dance around these guys. I mean, Kieran is slowly moving up, but it seems like I only get 1 person out per cycle. Like, okay, this is the round. If you're carrying someone, you get 2 out, I guess. That is obviously way more efficient. But it can just never be Ike, you know? Okay, so from here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these 2 squares only. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can go 8, but this is where he's going to have to be. That gets Oscar out. This is something else. I'm sorry. This is dumb. We should have just fought everything. I thought this wouldn't be quite as brutal, but I had a bit of a plan. You know? I'm not saying I had 0 plan, but this does not feel like I had a plan. This feels like this map should never be done. All right, Oscar is free next turn. We have to command Kieran, although this time we might be able to get him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, we need 2 more commands. Great. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's no way anyone's sneaking by this round. Well, you can definitely see how to do this eventually. you know, eventually we can succeed on the stealth mission. It's stupid. This is so dumb. I kind of want to restart, but I don't want to record it again. Mordecai, just leave Nephany there. Ike will talk to her someday. At least we start getting rid of people. There needs to be a system where you can, like, kill one of the guards or something, you know? If you could just get rid of one of them, I don't think it would be too brutal. But this, I mean, yeah, you can see. So the good news is this is the final turn of command. All I need to do, I think, is tell Kieran to leave. And I no longer need Ike to be unmounted, which should speed this process up. Yeah. Pretty sure Nephany's in a safe spot. Sure hope so. Alright, I don't know if we can make it through this time again, but you never know. I think when Leith is untransformed, she's kind of useless as well. Because she can't actually get in front of these guys. Yeah, so Nephany's safe. Nothing else is safe. So we no longer get any turn bonus XP. We've given up 300 bonus XP to try to get the 700 for full escape. Meanwhile, the circles continue. Yeah, the window is just so dumb. I know I'm probably sounding like a broken record here, but... Boy, this is a map where a warp staff would be nice, wouldn't it? Funny how they don't give you any warp staffs before the map that I would definitely use a warp staff on. I don't even like warp abuse, generally, to just, you know, skip to the end of the battle or the end of the chapter. Just, you know, ambush the boss and kill him instantly. That's usually not even what I like to do. But this is just so dumb. Here we are, again. Another full cycle where we can't move. Like, how many cycles do you have to survive? Like, part of it is like, this isn't even hard. This is just monotonous, right? It's not... Like, once you understand the rules, there's not really any strategy besides wait 6 or however many turns of whatever a full cycle is for these 3 guards. Eventually, the path opens up and 1 or 2 people can escape. But... Why is it so tight, you know? So it's not really difficult, it's just monotonous. Great. I hate it. I'm so over this chapter. I mean, it is possible I'm missing something still. Like, maybe there's something I could be doing that would make this better, but... kind of don't think so. The only thing is maybe there's some shove strats if you set it up. If you are lucky enough to get it set up correctly. These are the only 2 squares. I sure hope we have a chance to escape next turn. For the low, low price of however many turns it's been. I think, unfortunately, Leith transformed at the worst possible time. Maybe? Oh, no, she's still good. Okay, I think we're free. So it's going to be a clean 40-turn escape. Out of 14. That's insane. I'm going to go watch a video on how to do this in not a million turns, because Who are you carrying anyway? Can you see? Sephiram. Okay, she can just leave with Sephiram, that's fine. Marcia can drop Ike. We'll get that dealt with. 2 hours in. Man, we spent like an hour and a half on an easy map with basically no combat. I say easy, but no. Clearly it isn't. You're a Crimean soldier, right? I've opened your cell. Let's go. Who are you? Oh, I'm Ike, mercenary with the... hired by Princess Crimea. I'll fill you in on the details later, but for the time being, you just gotta trust me. So now she's yellow. She should exit on her own. We can actually leave this turn, maybe. What I'll do, just for you kids at home, I don't think I actually showed off what happens if you, the reinforcement phase, basically. We're under attack! So you get a whole bunch of reinforcements there, and even more down there, and you lose out 700 BXP. So if you just did that from the beginning, the boss might even activate. I forget how that works. But then you just kill everybody, and you probably get nearly 700 XP anyway. Also, I guess they get kind of an ambush round. So in this case, we die, but normally speaking. Does, yeah, we can't escape this round anyway. I was gonna say, what happens if we escape before Nephi? Yeah, I think, so spoilers, I think I'm gonna redo this map off camera, and I'm just gonna follow a guide to get the full bonus XP, because there's gotta be a way that I can, or, well, I will try. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I might give up, but let's read through the ending here. Friggin', man, this is dumb. Luckily, this is the only stealth map, and it didn't have to be stealth, but it brought back a lot of bad memories. This is probably the worst map of Path of Radiance. It's a cool idea, but the timing is so friggin' tight. Maybe if everyone's promoted and you get that +1 movement after promotion or something, or you've got amazing animal shove strats with the tigers and stuff, maybe there's a way to save. Well, obviously there is a way to do it, but man, this sucked. That was dumb. I seriously regret that. I've brought one Crimean soldier. Ahem. Princess Alincia. Oh, right. He's got a good theme song, by the way. I am Kieran. I served under General Joffrey as leader of Crimea's 5th platoon. My platoon had the honor of escorting you from the palace during Dane's attack. Really? I was. Lord Renning ordered my platoon to accompany General Joffrey and serve as your escort. Our mission was to see you safely out of Crimea to Gallia's king. But we failed, and when you were lost, I believed my worthless life was at its end. Yet, here you are, to think that I would be so blessed to see you again. Such emotion, the tears. Kieran, did anyone else make it? Such terrific I beg your pardon? Did any others survive? Of course, though I was the only one unfortunate enough to suffer the misery of captivity, General Joffrey and several of his soldiers fought off the Dane attack. They were able to slip away. Even now, they await in Crimea, hoping for one last chance to strike a blow against Dane. Oh, Joffrey, he's alive. How these words drive off the shadows across my heart. Thank you, Kieran. Thank you for living. You are too kind, Your Highness. The opportunity to serve is the greatest reward I could ask for. For as long as I draw breath, I will stand ready at your side, this I swear. Alright, we know where Kieran is. How about you guys? You want to recognize Alincia or something? Want to fight for her? Look, my name's Brom. This lass is Nifany. We're just simple country militiamen from the same area. We don't know much about nobles and stuff. Kings and queens don't really matter when you're working the field. Of course, we know we'll be in trouble if someone takes our fields, so we join the militia. This King of Dain is no friend of ours, and I hear he's doing terrible things. Vile tortures, rusty nails, and no more. What's going to happen to my family? I left them all back home, so worried I can hardly see straight. If you can defeat the King of Dain, will this country return to the way it used to be? Is that what you're after? It is my hope. I may not be as powerful as my father, but I will never abandon Crimea. You sound a lot like a lady who stands by her word. Easy enough. Mine too. I'll fight in your name. I'll help you in yours. We'll send those Dane milk boys packing. Beg your pardon. Oh, hey. Oh, blessed saints. Master Sephiran, you live. Brahm, Nephany, are you wounded? We're fine, but what about you? You were jailed for helping us. I'm so sorry. Hope they didn't hurt you. Oh, it's just nothing to fret. Everyone is safe. That's what matters. Oh, blessed one. Excuse me. You got a moment? Oh, you're the man I met. I owe you so much for freeing me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You don't have to thank us. However, I am curious about your situation. You seem awfully magical for a random captive. Pretty high stats, you know. Why were you aiding Crimean soldiers? Do you question my story? You're a monk on pilgrimage as well as an ally of Crimean resistance fighters. Under the circumstances, do you blame me? Tell me something, Ike. If you came across a wounded person, could you ignore his plight? Normally, no. But in times like these, when it means risking my own life, I mean, it's tough. I don't know. Haha, well, you are honest. However, if actually faced with such a choice, a man such as yourself wouldn't hesitate. If faced with an individual in pain, you would act instinctively. Your body would not wait for the command. Ha, who are you? You're so calm and peaceful. You can't just be a monk. If you'll forgive me, I must be going. Fare thee well, young warrior. I'm certain we'll meet again. And so it will be. Ike? Oh, hey, Vo. What's up? I was thinking about traveling with you for a bit. I'll be in the general area, so if you need anything, you can call me. I'll help you out for a fee. Did you say? Why would you? I mean, aren't we all mercenaries? We literally are paid a fee to join the Grail mercenaries. I mean, come on. In times like these, there must be many parties that need intelligence. Not that we have any intelligence. After that last map, I got nothing. Well, you sparked my curiosity, and besides, we'll leave it at that. Not acceptable. Don't be so inflexible. It's not like I'm joining your merry band. Strictly business. And yet, Titania, I believe this is a good opportunity, for I require intelligence for my computing processes. We will almost certainly have need of this man's talent. He is a dubious character, but at least we know his motives. It begins and ends with gold. Does it? He'll be easy to control. He's right behind you, Soren. I don't think he minds. Well, what do you say? Yeah. I'll take him, Steve. Excellent, call me. First the thief and the monk. What an odd band of characters you found. Ranulf, have you finished? All done, but about those two. Yes, they are kind of mysterious. Well, the monk fellow seems decent. Determining who's a friend and foe is something I just have to do. It is hard. That's only because you don't have enough information to base your judgment on. All we can do is press on. Yeah. Thanks, Ranulf. You're super helpful. So, good news, we didn't get discovered. Good news, we managed to recover all the allies. Bad news, bad turn. Bad turn total. So, I think I will make an effort to try that one again. If I am successful, I will let you guys know what happens next episode. But I just spent friggin' 2 hours on it, and it's really rough. I don't want to record any more of that map ever again. If I do it again, I'm just fighting everything for you guys. If we play this again, I don't know if it's worth, like, 700 BXP is pretty good, but like you can still get 300 from going fast and kill everything, and that might be better, honestly. I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit frustrated, so maybe I'll just need a breather here. But next episode, one way or the other, will be chapter 11, and maybe I will have a little bit more BXP, or maybe I'll have just given up on it. Who knows? Put a save in here, maybe just in case. I don't know. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed, and have a great day.